All right, thanks, guys. We are coming off a 5-in-1 day on patreon.com/Brock page. That is going to put us at 16, 3-1 in our last 20 daily double picks on that site. That's good for 84%. We're also 14, 3-1 on the college football season. That's good for 82%. And we are 23, 13-1 in our last 37 best friends membership packages, good for 64%. You can find all that information at patreon.com/Brock page. All right, pretty good opening night for us in the NHL. We got a bunch of different games, a little bit larger slate here tonight. So we're going to go ahead and do our quick picks. Like I said, not our traditional format. Normally we do break down each and every game a little bit more in depth. But since we're so early in the season, we're just going to go ahead and do the quick picks and just kind of fire away and go through them. All right, let's go ahead and begin with our first game. That's going to be the Winnipeg Jets taking on the Rangers. And that is a 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop at Madison Square Garden. The Rangers are minus 125, total at 6. 60% of the consensus is leaning toward Winnipeg, 62% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Jets are plus $1.10 on the money line. The Rangers plus 215, laying the goal and a half. We have Connor Hellebuyck for the Jets. Heinrich Lundqvist back again for another season for the Rangers. I think this is a pretty good spot for Winnipeg backers here. Very good price point. I'm going to lean Winnipeg plus $1.10 and the over 6 goals in that game. Next matchup, Sabres, Penguins, 7 o'clock Pittsburgh. The Pens are minus 175, total open 6, up to 6.5. 73% are leaning Pittsburgh, 70% shaded toward the under. Right now, Buffalo plus $1.60 on the money line. Pittsburgh plus $1.50, laying the goal and a half. We have Carter Hutton for Buffalo, Matt Murray for Pittsburgh. I think this is a great spot for Pittsburgh backers here. I think we'll see a lot of goals in this one as well. I'm going to lean Penguins minus 1.5 and the over 6.5 goals in that game. Next matchup, Canadians, Hurricanes, 7 o'clock Carolina. The Hurricanes are $1.55, total open 5.5 up to 6. 54% are leaning Montreal, 59% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Canadians are plus $1.40 on the money line. Carolina plus $1.85, laying the goal and a half. Carey Price for the Canadians, Peter Mrazek for the Hurricanes. Pretty good spot for Hurricanes backers, in my opinion. I'm going to lean Carolina minus 155 and the under 6 goals in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines of personal leans out for Thursday's NHL action. A great opening night last night, and I'm so glad hockey's back, man. I love handicapping the NHL. It is so much fun. We had a great year last year, so we're looking to do a lot more of the same this year. Now, guys, all that mumbo-jumbo I was referring to at the beginning of the show, you can find that information on my website at patreon.com/Brock page. It's my current website that we do daily plays there. We have a bunch of different memberships and packages, and they begin at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well, including my current record, where we are 16, 3-1 in our last 20 daily double picks on that site. That's a tier. The daily double. It's $2.99 a month, and we are 84% in our last 20 daily double picks. We're 14, 3-1 on the college football season. That's good for 82%. That's just $14.99 a month, and we are 23, 13-1 in our last 37 best friends plays. That's good for 64%. And like I said, there's plenty of free content there as well, including the full slate of my current record. Patreon.com/Brock page. Let's go ahead and get into some more free quick picks. All right, next matchup. Panthers taking on the Lightning. Not a real far trip for these guys. 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop at the MLB Arena. Now, Tampa Bay is minus $1.75, total 6.5. We did see a 25-cent fade of Tampa Bay and movement upward on the total. And like I said to you guys last year, I was literally in Tampa at World of Beer watching the Lightning Game 1 in last year's playoffs, unto which they got swept in that opening series. But man, they came out guns blazing and then choked. And I was with the Tampa Bay faithful when that happened, and it was not happy times in South Florida. But anyway, Tampa Bay minus $1.75, total 6.5. We saw a 25-cent fade of the Lightning and movement upward on the total. Tampa Bay open $2 down to 175. Total open 6 up to 6.5. 88% are leaning Tampa Bay. 72% shaded toward the over. Right now, Florida's plus $1.60 on the money line. Tampa Bay plus $1.45, laying the goal and a half. We have Sergei Bobrovsky for Florida. Andrei Vasilevsky for Tampa Bay. I'm going to lean Tampa Bay minus 1.5 and the over 6.5 in that game. Next matchup. Wild Preds, 8 o'clock Nashville. The Predators are 165, total 5.5. 75% are leaning Nashville, 52% shaded toward the under. Right now, Minnesota's plus $1.50 on the money line. Nashville plus $1.85, laying the goal and a half. We have Devin Dubnyk for Minnesota, Pecorine for Nashville. I think Nashville should get the job done at home. I also think it'll be a defensive battle in this one. Give me Nashville minus $1.65 and the under 5.5 goals in that game. Next matchup, Bruins, Stars, 8:30 Dallas. The Stars are minus 115. They're the favorite in this one. Total 5.5. 58% are leaning Boston. 67% shaded toward the over. We got Tuukka Rask for Boston. Ben Bishop for Dallas. I like the price point here. I think this is exceptional value for Boston backers. Give me Boston minus 109 and the over 5.5 goals in that game. Next matchup, Flames, Avalanche, 9 o'clock Colorado. The Avalanche are minus $1.30. Total open 5.5 all the way up to 6.5. 58% are leaning Colorado. 83% shaded toward the over. Right now the Flames are plus 115 on the money line. Colorado plus 220, laying the goal and a half. We have David Riddick for Calgary. Phil Grubauer for Colorado. Love this price point, and I think we'll see a lot of goals in this one. Give me Calgary plus $1.15 and the over 6.5 in that game. All right, next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Arizona taking on the Ducks. 10 o'clock Anaheim. The Ducks are minus 120, total 5.5. Now, this total did open up at 5 flat. It opened up at 5 flat, up to 5.5. 57% are leaning Arizona, 67% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Coyotes are plus 105 on the money line. Anaheim plus 230, laying the goal and a half. Pretty good spot here. I think I'm going to lean toward another road dog. Give me Arizona plus 105 and the under 5.5 in that game. And we're going to go ahead and slide into our quick pick recap, brought to you by patreon.com/Brock Page. I'm going to lean Arizona plus 105, under 5.5. Calgary plus $1.15, over 6.5. Boston minus 109, over 5.5. Washington minus 165, under 5.5. Winnipeg plus $1.10, over 6 goals. Carolina minus 155, under 6 goals. Tampa Bay minus 1.5, over 6.5. And last but certainly not least, I'm going to lean Pittsburgh Penguins minus 1.5 and the over 6.5 goals in that game. Guys, that is going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on my website at patreon.com/Brock Page, to which I will proceed to go ahead and read my recent stats for the third time this episode. Who writes this script? But anyway, patreon.com/Brock Page, where we are 16-3-1 in our last 20 daily double picks. That's good for 84%. We're also 14-3-1 in our college football package for the year. That's good for 82%. And we are 23-13-1 in our last 37 best friends package plays. That's good for 64%. You can find that information on my site. That's a part of the free content. It's right on the homepage. You don't even have to sign up for anything to access my current record. There's plenty of free content there as well. That is patreon.com/Brock Page. Link for that site is in the description section below. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for tuning in right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. I'm certainly happy that the NHL is back. Like I said, we had a good day yesterday. On Patreon, we went 3-1 in our plays pertaining to the NHL. So we're off to a nice hot start. That's good for 75%. Of course, a very small sample size, but NHL's here, guys. I'm happy about it. I know you guys are, because we had a great year in NHL last year, and we're looking to do a lot of the same this year. But anyway, I got to thank you guys for tuning in right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage.